My
Wait, put a solo
things are escalating.
I'm the challenge. And Aaron's like, nope.
No. This thing. Come on, come on, come on.
No one can do this. It's impossible. I feel dirty. No one can do it. The loop, the impossible loop. Oh! I'm gonna stand behind.
Literally, I want to shield.
Oh boy. This is a bad. We're sitting too close. Take a couple laps.
Yeah.
Take a couple laps there and get warm. Oh my gosh, what is that thing?
Watch your eyeballs, boys and girls. Hey, technically he did it. Technically he did it.
Technically did it, and it's still flying.
Oh!
It's down.
Put him at you? Put him at you?
It was the award.
Should I mad at you?
It was the award for.
He just said, should I mad at you? He's getting kind of
I don't believe this is what that is. And I'm also not going to stand over there.
Oh!
It was this on.
Oh, dump him the micro. Which one?
He is the micro. He is the micro king. Yeah, buddies, kicking it old school with that one. What's up, everybody? My name's Aaron Ciotti. You can just call me Ciotti. Wait, no, everybody just calls me Ciotti. Yeah, I got it wrong. You can call me whatever you'd like. What's up, everybody? Let's get into the chat here and give some shout-outs. Let me click a thing or two to make the computer run a little bit better. Okay, let's get that out of there, and let's get this over here, and let's do this and there and that and over here, and all right, there we go. Cool. Let's see. Wow, okay. You guys are hooking it up already. Nick S., thanks for $10, man. Thank you. You're right, shipping ain't free. It looks like you guys like the shipping video. Very cool. Private Island, thanks for 6 CAs. Bardwell did tell you guys to give me that, so thank you for listening to him, and thank you to Joshua, as always, for the hook up. All right, so I've got a new way of doing the chat thing that seems to be a lot easier, and that means that I have to start saying these things, which is 661 FPVs in the house, Air Blender. Immediately, I wrecked it. Airbender FPV, Bandolorian, Big Willie FPV, Brandon Haskell, Brent Vogelslang, Budget FPV, Cement Kid, Chainsaw FPV, Chris Crofts, Coffee Man, FPV Trucker, Hectic FPV, IMAX, Jason Coley, Just Josh FPV, J FPV. Come on now, YouTube. Don't do the thing where you make the thing fly. Where'd it go? There it is. Cage FPV is here. KD2RDH, Larry in the house, Kalen Ryan, Ken Hill, Kevin Durant, Killer B FPV, Mark Lilo, Mr. Sprinkles, Nabi FPV, Nathaniel LaBouffe is here. I think I shipped you something, Nathaniel. Not sure. Might be wrong. Could be right. Next Level Code, Off Axis FPV, P. Richard Scott, Panico FPV, Parts for Bent Toys, Pilot Mini FPV, Private Island FPV, Props Off, Remy Tim is in the house, our fearless, fantastic moderator. One of many, I should say. Rob Axelson, Sabine Sorrell, Samuel R. Rivera, CiottiFPV, my goddamn troll follower. I like him, though. He's a good guy. That's CiottiFPV with an S-E-E and an O-T-T-I. Squints TV, Sterling Youngman, Supercell FPV, our other fearless moderator in the house. Tannard, Techno FPV, Tiago Ramos, TJ Howell, Towel, Urinate, and Euro. What's up, everybody? If you're new here, thanks for coming over from Joshua's stream. This is how I do it every single week. You guys are in the game with me. The chat stays with these, and a whole bunch of people rewatch these during the week. So you guys, even though they can't see your faces, they can see your icon, your name, and what you type. So type some good stuff. We'll groupthink as we usually do, and yeah, build some dope micros and whoops and toothpicks and 5-inch rigs and flying toilets. Nah, this isn't flight test, so we won't go there. All right, who's got questions? What do we got? Cage FPV is in Australia. What time is it there, Cage? Would you look at that? Off Axis says, Ciotti is going live. Would you just look at it? The good old days. Yeah, so that video is from Quad Camp Atlanta 2 years ago? Yeah. Hell, maybe more than 2 years ago now. That was actually my bachelor party. My best friend in the world, Brad McManus FPV, got me that quad camp trip as a bachelor party thing, and it was the most excellent bachelor party ever. So yeah, you guys got to see my take on the series of events that happened after the event. Joshua Bardwell also has an edit with that, and I think that's about it. That edit was also one of the last times I used iMovie. I literally maxed out iMovie in that edit, and there was actually a point where so I kept adding text as subtitles, and there was a point where the program would bomb every time I would add one more piece of text, and I literally had to go through and remove text. So I wasn't done. I still had a couple minutes left on the edit, so I had to go back and remove like any not so important chunks of text out of there just so that I could finish it up. And after I got done with that edit, I said, you know what? I need to learn Adobe Premiere. And we already had the Creative Cloud suite, so took the plunge, and it's been good ever since. Love Premiere. I would not recommend you get Premiere, or use Premiere, I should say, unless you do already have the Creative Cloud suite. DaVinci Resolve is the new hotness, and it's free. And that's pretty damn good. So, yeah, editing, DaVinci Resolve, do it! Okay, what else do we have here? Love Drew's face, Cage says. Airbender found his first legit bando yesterday. That's a good day when you find your first bando. It was awesome and terrifying. That's what they are. Absolutely. Samuel, I agree. I don't do the micro king thing anymore. The whole king thing. I don't know. I don't want to be that full of myself. It was very cool in the moment. It's fun for memories, but I kind of let that fade out. And God knows what micro would be referencing if you was a king. All right, here we go. Make Ciotti a mod. Why not? It'll at the very least it'll make it easier for me to see when he posts. Where is it? Add moderator. This could be a really bad decision, but what the hell? I mean, what's gonna happen, really? Rob Axelson. Shh. No. BBC will fire me. I'm contractually obligated. Cage FPV. 11 a.m. You went live. West Coast. 11. Oh, right. Yeah, it was an odd time. Off Axis FPV. Thanks for the kind words. Watch more of that guy's crazy videos one night, and would you look at that and more? Yeah, man, that dude is out of his mind. For anybody not knowing the inside joke that we're talking about, type into YouTube after my stream, of course. Do it now, whatever. Would you look at that? And you'll find the guy that does the would you look at that routine. And it's funny, and you'll laugh, and possibly pee. Urinate asks, do any 5-inch frames do clean and dirty like the Acrobrat does, or do any do it as well but in a different way? So if you go back 3 or 4 years, let me just make sure nobody's telling me that. Okay, no. If you go back a bunch of years, absolutely, there were tons of clean dirty setup frames back before Betaflight, Flyduino, Flight 1 got good enough to handle vibrations on 5-inch rigs. Nowadays there are not, mainly because it's just not necessary. So the reasoning behind the clean dirty on the Acrobrat was really early. Well, after this event, oddly, when Tommy and I started talking, he asked me what the biggest problem was with 3-inch rigs. And at the time, hands down, no question, it was jello in the HD feed. And that's what spawned the clean dirty setup, was the fact that back then the flight software was not optimized enough for micros to where it could handle those the vibrations, and the split cameras are very sensitive to jello. So it was like two things working against each other. Tommy's frame fixed the one thing, but for hell, a year plus, the software still wasn't there. So a whole bunch of us were able to get relatively smooth and jello-free footage when our rigs were clean. But when we would start banging them up, they would start to develop jello, which, I mean, you know, the 5-inch rigs are the same way, right? If you start pounding on a 5-inch rig and it's got props bent all over the place, motors that are hammered to hell, it's also going to have jello. But the important thing there, the distinction is that 5-inch rigs are carrying GoPros, which are nowhere near as susceptible to jello as the split cameras. So with 5-inch rigs, you've got a camera platform, a payload that's not awful about jello, and you've got software that for the last few years has been good enough to handle those vibes. So that's why you really probably will never see a clean dirty setup on a 5-inch rig. The closest that I can think to it are the, well, let me show you guys on my favorite 3D printing website, which is BMC3D. So with Real Steady Go and the fact that the telemetry, or not the telemetry, the gyro data in the GoPro Hero 7 and the Session 5 were not, there was something wrong with them, and Real Steady Go and Real Steady had a real hard time with it. So a couple of folks, BMC3D included, developed these camera platforms that had really thin loops, and of course now I can't find them. Let me check their Facebook page, that'll probably be easier. They created these camera platforms with these little loops on the bottom, which, I mean, that's pretty much, like, again, on a 5-inch, well, even on the Acrobrat, the point of the clean dirty system was for the footage, it was for the camera, so doing this is pretty much doing the same thing, right? They did this just to give Real Steady Go a chance of working with the footage. Now that the Hero 8, well, now that Real Steady Go works properly with the Hero 8, I don't think we'll see many more of those mounts. I think most people that are looking to do that are going to just move to the Hero 8 and be able to hard mount. I can't, for the life of me, I can't find a picture of one of these wacky little soft mount frames, or camera mounts, but you guys probably get the picture. It was like a regular Hero mount with thin TPU circle, a thin TPU double mount on the bottom here, so it would wiggle all around. So there you go. There's the as in-depth of an answer as I can come up with without showing you guys a picture. Yeah, I really doubt that you'll ever see a. And I'm hell-bent to find this for the record. I doubt that you'll see a clean, dirty 5-inch setup anytime soon. All right, I gotta silence this phone because the guys that I'm riding with to the protest on Friday, Saturday, Sunday are trying to organize it all over here. So I'm gonna let them do that. I need to request off of work Friday. Tomorrow I need to get a work request, and I totally forgot about that part of it. For some reason, I thought we could just drive up Saturday and be fine, but that's not true at all. Right, so a couple more questions, and then I'll do my thing in the place. Now the phone's all shaking and shit. Come on, man. Come on, phone. Quiet down over there. Parts for Bent Toys asking, with the Run Cam Eagle getting phased out, what quality cam would you replace it with DVR on board? promised Bardwell some cat. Maybe okay. So you're looking for. What are you looking to do, Parts for Bent Toys? Are you looking for something good to put onto like a toothpick? Is that what I'm seeing with the DVR board? If so, I don't know if I've ever seen a micro eagle on. So I mean, for me, I went nuts and bought a whole bunch of micro eagles just because I'm so hopelessly in love with that camera and the RC25G lens, which gives me like 165, 170 degrees field of vision, which is very hard to get on any camera, let alone getting it without a ton of fisheye. So I'm stocked up on micro eagles, hopefully, for a while, but I don't really know if there is anything else that can compare because there's nothing else with that great big sensor. I think it sounds like the Ratel is pretty close. My fear there is Caddx has a pretty bad reputation for quality control, unfortunately. Foxeer has one as well that's supposed to be pretty good, and I would trust the Foxeer more than the Caddx. Somebody will comment, I'm sure, on the name of the Foxeer camera that is escaping me right now. But I don't know. I'm kind of waiting on Runcam to do something else. I prefer Runcam cameras, so I don't know. I'm hoping that they come out with something else. Maybe it'll be the new. Maybe it'll be this new Oscar cam that gets all kinds of really good reviews. I haven't tried any. I've been so happy with the Micro Eagle that it's not the Predator Bando. It's something else. I forgot. Damn it! What the hell's it called? Foxeer cameras. So yeah. Oh, check Facebook. Posted a picture of it. Checking Facebook. Looking for a picture being posted. Hey, there we go. Oh, there it is. Thank you, Billy. Here you guys go. Here's the... it won't blow up. Oh, there it is. Yeah. There we go. And there it is. See, like, the loops on the bottom there? It's just a soft-mounted camera mount. Nothing crazy. And then there's the loops on the bottom just to let it wiggle around. Thanks for that. Billy. Toothless Snow Predator. What the hell was it? Foxeer products. Tell me what your cameras are, Foxeer. Predator, is it the, it's not the Falcor, that's it. But the problem with the Falcor is apparently it does some really weird stuff. I would have to hope that they have that straightened out by now, but I can't speak to that. But when the Micro Eagles runs out, that's one of the ones I'll be looking at, and hopefully they have it fixed. So, yeah, there seems to be a couple good options out there. I mean, everything I keep hearing says to go with the Ratel, and I mean, it is kind of cheap, and if you get it from, like, GetFPV, for example, their return policy is really good, so if it fails pretty quickly, they'll hook you up, I would think. So, yeah, there's a couple of my opinions. The DVR thing, here's something to check for on the... Oh, no, that's 16:9. Never mind. The HM DVR is kind of fascinating to me, but it's only 16:9, which is just a pain in the ass. So, I don't know. I got to do more research on the DVR stuff. Newbie Drone just put one out that I'm really interested in, and I might actually try to get it on a little whoop action. We'll see. I got to do a little more research on it, but yeah, we'll see. Brad says, Falcor V2 is good, but it does drop... That's what it does. It drops frames. There's Brad McManus. Everybody click McManus FPV and go to his channel and watch some of his stuff because he's a great pilot and he's lazy with editing, just as lazy as I am, so I can't really talk smack, but... But I can just blame it on 4+ hours of streaming and say, oh, that's the time I would normally edit. It's really not. I'm just so lazy with editing. But Brad's got as much footage stocked up as me, and he's an excellent pilot. And if you all sub to him, that'll give him a little push to edit more. And then he'll push me to edit more. So it'll be all good for everyone. Parts for Bent Toys. Paying nearly $100 now for this wing. Lots of room for a wing. Ooh, boy. That's a whole different world. I am not touching with a 10-foot pole. Bandalorian's going to send me a Falcor. That's pretty awesome. I will use it, and then I will send it back, brother. Thank you. Very cool. Or if you want to drive people to somewhere, tell me to do a giveaway with it, and I'll say to do the giveaway, you got to go subscribe to the best FPV name in the world. Bandalorian, what's your last name? Isn't your last name very close to Bandalorian? I just noticed it today on Patreon, I guess it was. Airbender is running Swift Mini Johnny Edition on his Apex, but he thinks he'll like the Ratel better. Yeah, I think he will too. The CCD cameras are, I don't know, they're OG and they're interesting, but I've yet to see one that looks better than a CMOS. Propsoft says, best Betaflight 4.1 tune for a super light 3-inch 4S 1206 4500 kV. Propsoft, no such thing as a best tune. Betaflight 4.1 and 4.2 with RPM filters make tuning a lot easier. Basically, head over to my Patreon. Link is down here. On the top of the Patreon page, there's a little section that allows you to kind of, it's like a word cloud thing. And the very first one will be Tech Talk. If you click Tech Talk, it'll open up the majority of my Tech Talk articles that I've posted on there. And there's a bunch of info on the filter reduction strategy in the RPM filters. If you do that and you go and reduce those filters down, at that point you will probably have a rig with a stock PID tune that flies perfect. If it doesn't fly perfect at that point, the real value of a lot of the things that Betaflight has done in the last couple updates is that there are specific features to tune out bad behaviors. So you no longer need to tune out bad behaviors with the PID tune. You can PID tune the rig so that it flies the way you want it to. And that's huge. That is like the thing that really pulled me back to Betaflight when I was deep in KISS and Flight 1 land middle of the year or so last year. So yeah, if you do that, like I said, you'll probably be good to go. But at that point, if you do still have some bad behaviors, let's talk about them. Message me, CiottiFPV on Patreon. That's where I check the most. Facebook, Instagram, or here on YouTube, and we will get those bad behaviors tuned out. And then we can also talk more. There's a bunch more articles on the Patreon as well. How, like, basically just breaking down what the P feels like through the sticks, what the I is going to do through the sticks, what the D is going to do through the sticks. And at that point, like, you now know how to tune top to bottom, which is important. It's becoming a little bit less important, but when you really get to a certain level of, like, let's say once you've got, I don't know, 1,000 hours on the sticks, you will get to the point where it is very handy to learn how to tune. So you might as well learn, but if you're before that point, no huge deal. We'll get you set up, we'll get the bad behaviors tuned out, and then you can just focus on flying for a while. And as that happens, you'll just sort of inherently understand tuning a little bit better. Great question, though. Thanks for that question. Parts for Bent Toys says they use the same cams. I think what you meant to say is they use the same sensor, right? Yeah, it's a CCD sensor. I think you're talking about the Swift Johnny Edition and the Swift Steel Edition. I believe they're just the same camera with a different name stamped on them. Cool. I think I'm somewhat caught up. All right, tonight we're doing... No, I'm not. Bandalorian... Oh, okay. Sorry, Bandalorian. I don't know why I thought that. Maybe I read Bassmaster very quickly or something. Cool. I saw one more question I wanted to hit, and then I'll do my talking thing. Good God, it's 10:26 already. I'm going to hold on the comments for a second. I'm going to hit my bullet points. We read the chat names, @tag in the chat. There's enough comments, and I have enough stuff going on that I'm trying to do where if you want me to answer your question or just see your comment in the chat, what you got to do is type @CIOTT. At that point, it's going to suggest CiottiFPV. Click it. It'll basically drop a tag in that says @CiottiFPV. When you post that comment in the chat, it lights my name up in orange for me so I can actually see it. You can do this with anybody else. If you want to talk to anybody else and get their attention, that's how you do it. Start typing their name, click it, bang, there you go. So yeah, do that so I can see it. Regulars, do me a favor. If you see new people forgetting to tag me, grab their comment, copy and paste, tag me so I see it, and just give them credit. Drop their name at the end so I can give them a shout out for the excellent question, because for some reason you guys all ask killer questions during these streams. You make my job easy for real. FPV therapy is something that means a lot to me. It is a group over on Facebook. I am pulling it up on the other screen right now, and I'm gonna grab the link for you guys as well. Mental illness is something that you kind of either have or you don't typically. It's something that I've lived with for a long, long time and struggle with quite a bit. It's the reason why a lot of those giveaways only went out yesterday, to be totally honest with you guys. It's the reason why I'll sometimes just disappear off the radar. It kicks the ever-loving hell out of me. I've been trying to learn to deal with it for over a decade, and I do everything I can. Talk therapy every week. I've been on medication for almost 2 years, I guess. And yeah, it's just completely overpowering. And I like to think that I'm mentally strong to be able to do a lot of things and be stubborn, but it's got me beat. When it wants to take over, it takes over. If you don't know what I'm talking about, then you probably don't have it. I am very jealous of you, but either somewhere between 1 and 4 to 1 to 10 people has it. So if you know more than 10 people in your world, you know somebody that's got it. And if you jump on over to this little pokey Facebook group, you're going to learn a lot really fast, because a lot of us are sharing our experiences, asking each other for help, and it won't take you long to learn an awful lot about it, and you'll be a much more compassionate person. And yeah, like I said, there are people in your life that have it. They don't talk about it because that's the thing that the disease is kind of best at, is telling you you're all alone, it's just you, you're weak, you're garbage, you should just jump off that building. So yeah, jump on over there, say hey, learn something, you'll be a better person for it. Or if you've ever been extremely nervous and you haven't known why, if you've ever been super angry at like seemingly insignificant things and you don't know why, if you've ever been super duper sad for absolutely no reason, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but you might very well have mental illness. Come on over, talk to us. We will help you out, and you will lead a happier life. I promise you of that. You just have to talk about it. You just have to learn, and there's a horrible stigma in the real world that says that A, we shouldn't talk about it, and B, it tells you that you shouldn't talk about it. So that just sucks, and it makes it really hard. Blah, 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 blah. Go over there, learn, love you. I see people jumping in there already. I'll approve all you guys after the stream. Cool. Discord, link down here. If you join Patreon, oh, there's the alarm. Wow, I haven't even talked about him yet. Okay, so I'm way behind already. That's okay. If you join Patreon, you'll automatically get added to Discord with some special perks and whatnot. It's cool. Do it. Patreon, 10 cents a day gets you in the door. General admission tier is $3 a month. I am going to DC, Dave's. And the first 5 people to come say hi and ask for a sticker get a free sticker in DC. Patreon, yes. Cheap to get in there. Lots of good tech. Super cool group of people. Huge shout out to all the patrons. You guys are just awesome. I love hanging out, talking to you guys, seeing your comments. Oh shit, I gotta get on Discord. I'm the worst Discord person ever. But other than that, yeah, get in there. The general admission tier gets you in the door, and then after that, I have tiers set up as per like the cost of what it costs me to buy all the stuff for the giveaways. But I also am doing it so that if you only have 5-inch rigs, you're only going to be entered in the 5-inch giveaways. If you only have a tiny whoop, you're only going to be entered in the tiny whoop giveaways. So here's how it works. $5 a month gets you in the tiny whoop and the toothpick giveaways. $10 a month gets you in the 3-inch, like heavier brushless micro giveaways, and then $20 a month gets you into the 5-inch giveaways. If you have all the above and you really want to support me, there's a $30 tier that gets you entered in all of those. So keep in mind that puts you in 3, 6, 9, 12 giveaways a month, right? For that $30. All the other ones get you into 4 giveaways a month because I do them every single Monday. And then I also am trying to do one for the folks that don't have access to Patreon or whatever the reason may be. I do one super chat giveaway every single Monday as well. there is a crazy 5-inch giveaway coming up, sponsored by Supercell, and it is this entire build. This is a hyper-low vert V2 frame with Crossfire, an Immortal T, T-Motor F80 Pro, F80 Pros. That's a 2408 big boy motor, 1900 kV. This is set up for 6S. I've just got some HQ 5.1 by 3.6s on here. These are HQ props are nowhere near as well balanced as GemFan and T-Motor. T-Motor props are made by GemFan. So I'm gonna tune it on the less balanced props here for you guys, so that like pretty much no matter what prop like if you run a GemFan prop, it'll be great. If you run an HQ prop for durability, it'll still be good. Hero 7 TPU mount. What else? Cricket flight controller on Betaflight 4.1 that I will be doing the tune on over the next, if it ever stops raining here in fucking Atlanta. Props off. What do you mean? You said Discord and Tech Talk. Oh no, on Patreon. On Patreon, at the top, there are like the most commonly used tags to break down the last 6 months of, a couple hundred things that I've posted on the Patreon. This has a T-Motor. I actually don't know which T-Motor ESC this is, but it's gorgeous. I'm sure Supercell will drop it in the chat in a second. It's got an awesome little axis on the back there with a really cool little super durable mount that Billy put together. I threw in a run cam, a hydro dipped. Ooh, look. I can just do this. Look at that fancy little hydro dipped carbon fiber run cam Racer 1. So it's got that guy on it. And then, yeah, I think that's most of it. Capacitor, some race wire race lights in the back only, because if you put them in the front, they can light up your props, and then if your camera sees the props all lit up bright, it can foul the camera and it'll get all angry with the exposure. Oh, and an HV TBS Unify. So crazy build that soon enough will be flying really well, super well tuned. So yeah, that $20 tier is about to be, so for $20 you can jump on that tier and possibly win. This probably has damn near $400 in it, because this is the hyperlow frames are expensive, and it's just this just has all the good stuff in it. So yeah, there's a little shout out. Look for this. As soon as I have it tuned, we'll do the giveaway. What else do we have that I need to say? So the end of the Patreon thing is, if you guys, so I now have to delay it. I'm going to give you guys until 11 o'clock. At 11 o'clock, I shut it down, but from between now and 11 o'clock, if you go over to the Patreon, link is down here somewhere, and you join the $5, $10, or $20, or $30 tiers, I will get you in on tonight's giveaways. If you miss it, then you'll just get in on next week's giveaways. But if you want to get in on tonight's giveaways, head to the Patreon, do the thing in the place, and good things will happen. So let me fix. Well, I'm just going to put a 25-minute timer on. All right, so you guys got 25 minutes. This thing is going to quack, and then we're going to do the actual giveaways. T-Motor F45, 45 amp, 4-in-1 ESC. Thank you, Billy. All right, so that, yeah, so and the other things you'll get on the Patreon: problem solving, video editing, unpublished videos, build planning, all kinds of good stuff. I even have goals. When I hit 100 patrons, I gave away a full build, a 3-inch build that I still need to swap the ESC and finish tuning, or the flight controller and finish tuning. When we hit 200, I'm going to give away another full build. And hell, it might be a 5-inch rig. I don't know. And when we hit 200, like when we cross from 199 to 200, I will give you guys the literal shirt off my back. It probably won't be this one, because this is from Great Britain. A friend of mine bought this for me when she was visiting out there. So like when we get close to 200 patrons, I will start wearing shirts that I don't love quite as much. It'll still be a cool shirt though. Maybe it'll even be an FPV shirt. But yeah, and a full build. So full build and the shirt off my back. I'm sure you'll only want the shirt off my back because, you know, it's got infinite value. And you'll get a Baby Yoda sticker. More on that later. All right, cool. Tonight, I'm going to forego some of the other stuff that I normally do because I want to try to get some Acrobrat work done over here. What else? But I will say, StanFPV has lovingly donated some ducts. We did a giveaway for him last week. Check his site out. Kebab just tested these ducts and likes them better than any other Cinewoop duct that he's flown. So yeah, they're really good. I've heard from a lot of people that they're phenomenally good, and that kind of thing coming from Kebab is high praise. So what's yeah, the hair off my head. Too late for that off axis. Cool. And then also one of the giveaways is for the FPV Geek. That's my buddy Ron DeLeos. He has been creating this on-off switch for Fat Sharks for over a year, stuck with it, invested a shitload of his own time and money into it. So yeah, the FPV Geek. If you want a on-off switch for your Fat Sharks or any other goggle, to be honest, it's relatively universal. So it'll work on pretty much any goggle that has a barrel plug and a strap. And there, yeah, that's it. Dogmouth is in the house. What's up, Dogmouth? Cool. Other than that, TweetFPV doing some really cool stuff. I want to show off the I got the USPS finally got me the second package that he sent me. The first one is apparently gone forever, unfortunately, but he was super cool, and we're doing a cool little like limited run purple set of his transmitter grip tape grips. And I'll spoil the kind of sort of surprise, and I'll show you guys 3 of the colors. There's one more color that he's got, I believe, that we don't have here, but here are 3 of the purple colors. They'll probably not show up all that well on the camera, but my God, are they cool looking. So here's one. This is grip tape made by the company Grizzly. The deal with this one is, so it's black grip tape with purple and red sparkles in it. The only problem with this one is, this sheet of grip tape says Grizzly on it real big, so some of you guys are going to get these with parts of those parts of the Grizzly letters on them. There's nothing we can do, and I love this purple and, I mean, of course, right, purple and red. So yeah, that'll be cool. This one here is actually color changing, and I can pretty much guarantee that the camera won't pick it up. But this color changes between like a light blue and a purple, which just looks really, really cool outside. And then this is the like more standard kind of purple that we're going to be doing, which is right here. And again, it's kind of hard to see it. The light isn't great up close to the camera, but these look so cool on the transmitter. I want to take some really nice product shots of these before I stick any of them to the radio. But yeah, coming soon. I'll have pictures of them on the radio. I'll have some nice shots to share with Tweet. In the interim, if you don't necessarily want purple grips, jump over to Tweet FPV's Facebook or his YouTube channel. He's got some excellent edits, and order some stuff. He's got a bunch of different colors, and I'll hook you up. He's a super good dude. I've got that light on. No wonder why everything was acting funny on me before. Okay, cool. So I think we're pretty much good there. What else? Pilot Spotlight will do once I'm ready to put names on the wheel. And we're also doing, so the Super Chat giveaway tonight is going to be, link for Patreon is right down here, Griffin. What was I just saying? Oh yeah, tonight's Super Chat giveaway is going to be a $50 gift card, for a virtual gift card from GetFPV. If you guys were here at the beginning, you saw that I rolled the GetFPV credits at the beginning. Tonight's stream is pretty much sponsored by GetFPV. Huge thanks to those guys over there for getting the gift card thing rolling. That was very cool of them. The one thing that I do have to ask you guys though is, so them doing the giveaways, they want to, they're giving away money for free, right? So that they got to make sure that it's somewhat profitable to them. A lot of so I talk almost every stream about how GetFPV is my preferred US reseller. Their customer service has been better than anybody else. Their selection is great. Their shipping is fast. And I just think they're just a good, like, I can't think of the words, but they're good people. So hit the you got to do me a favor though, if you want the GetFPV gift cards to keep going. There's a link down in the description, like the second little chunk. Click this link to go to GetFPV or something like that. That link tracks how many of you guys are actually getting from my channel over to their website. So if you don't mind, hit that link a couple times or whatever, just so that we can maybe extend it. They offered this to me for like a 2-month, I think, run. So we're kind of coming to the end of that. If they see enough attention being, sent over their way from that link and or any of the affiliate links that I have down there, you can tell the GetFPV affiliate links because they're bit.ly links. So it'll be www.bit.ly/something. And yeah, so the way the affiliate links, as you probably know, is if you hit an affiliate link of mine, for example, and you go to their website, you don't even have to buy that item. You just, your whole order, I get a small percentage on. So that's a thing that you can do, even if you're broke, to support me. There you go. Pilot Spotlight Roscoe is basically just in the last week, if I saw, I subscribe to a lot of pilots and I try to watch at least 1 or 2 edits a night. And I think that's been a big part of my growth as a pilot. So I want to try to share that love with you guys. So the pilots that I watch and I look up to, I just, if I can, just remember one of them and just drop their video. So I'm basically just saying, like, yeah, so that's, of course, the next question. Roscoe said, how do you get noticed when nobody's seen your clips? I had the same question myself. I put my head down and started cranking out a ton of edits and posting the links everywhere and anywhere, sent them to all my friends, asked them to share. It really just came down to putting the work in. I got up to about 1,000 views, 1,000 subscribers with doing that and with the quad camp edit. Now I just looked, I think I'm almost about to hit 3,000. Getting from 1,000 to 3,000 happened very quickly when I started doing these streams. And basically what that was is I was just putting out content constantly, 2, 3, 4 times a week, just constantly putting my name out there in front of people over and over and over again. Sounds a lot like real life, right? You put in a whole bunch of work and the things that are hard happen. That's really all it is. It's just time and effort. If you do those 2 things and you do them somewhat smartly, it'll happen. It won't happen fast. It'll happen very, very, very slow. I've been putting up edits to YouTube for almost 12 years now. It's a very gradual build. I've been doing the FPV thing for 2.5, maybe 2 years. So yeah, it doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't even happen in a month. It doesn't even happen in 6 months. It's a big, long build, and you just got to hit it, man. You just got to put the time in. Luckily, this hobby is so fun that it's a lot less like work and a lot more just like having fun. But unfortunately, there's no secret other than like magically getting something that happens to you, like what happened at Quad Camp Atlanta. That was a huge kick in the ass for me. Other than that, yeah, you just got to keep going, man. Just keep doing it. Keep having fun. Keep flying. Keep editing. Keep uploading. And you'll get there. I promise. Cool. So, 10:46. I did see some questions that I know that I missed. Let me try to hit them. PID tuning on 4.1, asks Cody R. It's PID tuning is no different on 4.1 than it ever has been. So on the Patreon, I've got a bunch of good info on PIDs. You can find that pretty easily. Yeah, to just do like a 60-second version, P gains. So the PID loop is error correction. When the rig is frozen in midair, every single thing that acts on it is error. The wind, any momentum that you've imparted on it by maybe like throwing it for, like just hammering the throttle when it's nose down, Your sticks can be considered error. So the PID loop is trying to correct errors. The P, this isn't what it actually stands for, but think of the P as power. How much power am I giving this quad to run that error correction and try to fix any errors? If you've got a ton of wind, you're going to want a bunch of P gain so it has enough power to fight the wind, as an example. If you do a lot of really sharp movements and you generate a bunch of momentum, this is roll momentum right here. All right. If you have a very high rotational rate, or you just are very sharp on the sticks, more P gain is both going to speed up and slow the rig down. I gains are it trying to hold its place when there's a constant error. A constant error could be a constant, let's say, 5-mile-an-hour wind. I gain is going to help with that. What you want to remember about I gain, though, is the I gain number is how quickly the I gain winds up. It's not the total amount of power that you're giving the I gain to fight those things. That's the P. P is the power. The I number is how quickly it ramps up. So you come to the end of a move, the rig stops in space, and the I gain is going to ramp its power up when you stop, or when you start, to be honest with you. But you really notice it when you stop. I term relax is something that Betaflight has built in to beat the bounce back that we used to have to tune out with D. But the I term was actually the reason for the bounce back. As soon as you told this thing to start doing a roll, it's now got a constant movement, and the I term has now wound up. The I term wants to keep this thing rolling. Well, obviously, we don't want to keep it rolling forever, so we eventually stop it. And before I term relax, there was all this I term built up, and it would want to bounce back. Well, now we get to see it when the thing stops. The easiest way to tell if you have too much or not enough I gain is when you do that snap roll and you stop it, you want it to stop and not wiggle at all, and not have this like little bounce back and wiggle are totally different. Not enough I term, it'll stop, and the best description I ever heard of it was by Gapit, Travis. He said it looked drunk after it stopped. To be totally honest with you, with I term relax, you really don't have to mess around with I term anymore. But that is what it does. It controls how quickly it winds up to try to hold itself in whatever position it's in. D gain is the springs on your car are kind of like P gain. The D gain is kind of like the dampers or the shocks or the struts on your car. So without D gain, the P gain would just go mad. It would just bounce back and forth. Think about a car with no shocks or blown shocks on the highway, just bouncing down the highway. There's nothing to control this oscillation that the P gain can create, and that's what the D gain does. So as you raise the D gain, it's going to damp any oscillations that can happen. And now with the RPM filters and D-min, you can crank your D gains up to the goddamn moon. I've got rigs with D gains up in the 70s and the 80s, and they just don't prop wash ever. I mean, they just don't. And it's because with D-min, the D gain actually runs at the lower value of D-min until it's needed, and then it boosts up. So when you get into prop wash, the D gain will boost up like crazy. Yeah, the motors will get a little bit hot, but they'll only get hot for that split second before it eats that prop wash up, and then all is well. So there's a quick description of the P, the I, and the D. The way that you should be tuning them now on Betaflight is the way you want the rig to feel. P is going to make it sharper when you jam the sticks to the plastic. I is going to control that little bit of drunken wobble, but to be honest, like I said, you don't really have to touch I anymore. And D gain is going to control how hard it fights those oscillations. For the most part with D gain, you're just going to push it as high as you can, but there is a point where you feel the feel of the quad becomes different from too much D gain, so you got to be careful of that. But like I said, the P, the I, and the D, you should just be tuning at this point for the way you want it to feel in the air. More info on the Patreon channel, just search for PID, or there should be a little word cloud thing for PID and tuning and tech talk. Ian Pluska, opinion on 85mm 2S whoops. I have not flown one, so I will hold judgment until the eSheen one comes out. that has the bigger props but the smaller motor to motor that Joshua was just talking about. Dave's FPV. I am going to DC. We talked about that. Cool. Off-axis FPV. Can I use a left-hand circular polarized on my antennas with, say, a Modulus 6? Absolutely. If the transmitter, if the VTX has a linear antenna, well, basically anything other than circular polarized, you're totally fine. Left-hand, right-hand, it won't make a shit bit of difference. Rob Axelson, you're welcome. Thank you for the kind words. Okay. Bandalorian's tall cam DC. Oh, nice. Okay, cool. I'll see you in DC. Hey, okay, good. I am somewhat caught up. What time is it? 10:52. We're getting close. What do we got? Parts for Brett Toys. Can't get the tier to load. What's going on, Parts? Parts for Brent Toys, tag me with whatever your name is on Patreon and I'll go over there and see what the hell is happening. What else do we have? I just spilled water. Hey! Yes, Mr. YouTube, I am going to the rally. I will see you Saturday. If you're one of the 5 first people to find me and ask me for a free sticker, you'll get one. What do you think of that? Link to Patreon. I think we got that taken care of. What's the little guy you're holding? This is the Rotorius Zoot frame. Rotorius FPV Underground is the Facebook group where you can go to, I believe they're still making it, go to order one. Or if you wait a week, I think I'm giving one of these away on the stream next week for the middle tier. The $10 3-inch micro brushless tier. So either or. It's a great little frame. It's not a basher frame, but it is good for everything other than just bashing the living hell out of it. If you want a basher frame, at some point I will have something for you that looks similar to this. Cool. Griffin just joined the $30 tier. Griffin's looking to get some stuff, man. He's going to be entered in 12 giveaways over the next 4 weeks. Excellent question by Baldman FPV. What do you do to keep the arm bolts tight in your glide frames? This goes for all the frames, but I do have that problem in the glide frame a lot. It's a lot better than most other frames, but it is still an issue. So let's pull this up here so I can actually see. Let's rack focus. And all right, first things first, get some of these little washer guys. I learned this trick from Impulse on the Apex frame. These little guys will allow you to run these socket-headed, bigger pieces of hardware in here that don't strip out nearly as easily, and then the little washer surround guide just kind of spreads the load out a little bit. It might not help, but I don't think Impulse would put them in if they didn't help at all. So even if it's doing something, they don't really weigh anything. So it's kind of like, why the hell not? And Loctite. So I have to run Loctite through 4 cycles before. Well, okay. So what I think I'm going to start doing in the future is just using red Loctite. But at the moment, I use Mercury Adhesives medium strength because it's got the little brush built in. I got to look to see if they have a high strength. But yeah, I think I'm going to start using red Loctite and just use a tiny little bit of it. But if you're using Mercury Adhesives, it takes me 4 applications of Loctite for it to finally gum up enough to keep these guys from backing out. So basically, when I put it together the first time, I'll Loctite them, put it all together, go out and fly, bring it home, back all 4 of these out because they've already backed out a little bit, put the reapply, crank them back in, fly, repeat. So in 4 cycles of that, I'll get enough Loctite on these gummed up in the standoff and in the press nuts to where they will actually stop backing out. Other than that, yeah, that's pretty much it. Just keep putting Loctite on or use more aggressive Loctite. It's just kind of one of those things. These machines are just big old flying vibrators. Tightening bolts up is just kind of a part of the deal, unfortunately. All right, what else do we have? Griffin FPV is not in it just for the giveaways. That's because you're a cool dude. Needs help with his Acrobrat. Still has a bad attitude. Message me, man. We'll get it worked out. We will get you going. Sam Zombie says, damn, you need a new antenna. That's actually one of my more fresh Immortal T antennas. They are kind of immortal, but they do die eventually. Cage says I gotta wear a striped red and white shirt like Waldo. I'll see what I got. I'll see what the oh, you know what I'll wear? Hey, there you guys go. I will wear my orange volunteer Rampage shirt if I remember. I need to write that down. I will not remember that. Oh, I need a piece of paper anyway to write the giveaway winners down. Let's go and write it down on an old piece of mail or some such. What's this? Is this important? Oh, that's important. This doesn't look important. Wells Fargo, that can't be important. Nah, it's not important. All right, cool. Wear orange shirt. Not shit, shirt. To protest. Awesome. Good thinking, Cage. Maybe you guys can actually find me now. Mongo FPV says, this is awkward now. Look into the Vibratite VC3. That's what they use on the drag car. It's amazing stuff. Very cool. Mongo, does it let go? What's the deal with it? Did I flash something? What? I saw a question that I wanted to answer that I wasn't tagged in. Oh, about feed forward. Somebody says they leave their feed forward off. I don't turn it off, but I run it extremely low. I run 5 on roll, I run 10 on pitch, and then I run between 40 and 60 on yaw, depending on the rig. I have this one fairly specific move where when I'm flying really fast forward, I jam, I coordinate my sticks and put full roll and full yaw in, and that's how I tune the feed forward on the yaw, because if I have it set just right, that move will take me from going dead ahead to looking straight back and with a ton of momentum and just fading back. And yeah, I just tune, I move my thumbs the same way for that move every time, so I just tune the feed forward on yaw so that that move lands level on the backside. That is, yeah, the feed forward is really good for that. Again, like, hey, this is going to start barking in a second. 59 seconds. Yeah, one of the other great things about Betaflight, all these individual things allow us to tune the quad to work the way our thumbs do, as opposed to the other way around, as opposed to forcing ourselves to, like, force our thumbs to do something that they don't want to do. Let's do some giveaways. Let's first get my silly face in focus. There we go. Okay, so I am going to do a pilot of the week. It would appear, though, that I forgot to choose one, but there was a video from like 2 nights ago that I did want to feature. So let me find it real quick. Now 0. What? A lot of bounce back. Roscoe, message me. We'll get it all figured out. Okay. Boop. Who had the edit the other day that I wanted? There's my phone. Timer stop. Okay. Damn, who had that edit? Let me just find it real quick. I mean, I gotta forget something on every single stream. So, might as well be this. Oh, there's a new Wands video. Also, for the pilot spotlights, I try to feature pilots that are like below 1,000 subs, but if it's somebody with a ton of subs that is like overseas that I think you guys might not know, like Wands, like a bunch of the EU guys, I had a period where I was all about the EU pilots. Where the hell did that go? I'll find it. I'll find it. It's here. It's here. It's close. I can feel it. I can feel it, guys. Just choose me. Daniel says, you got a recent edit? Daniel, I'll choose the shit out of you, man. You're a great pilot, and I haven't had you on here yet. You got to have a recent edit, though, man. This is my way of browbeating you into doing more editing. All right. Daniel found one. Done. April 14th, 2019. Come on. No, man. I'm not going to feature you until you do more editing. How about that? You have to work for it because I want to see more you're flying. Okay, here. I think I got it. Nope, that's not it. Shutterbug, no. Oh, what am I doing? I could just click on my history and there it is. Okay. Done. Yeah, tweet FPV for transmitter grip tape. Get it. Here we go. Okay, it's in my history, and it is right over here. And it's got to be right there. Yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. Man, I watch a lot of shit on YouTube. A lot, guys, a lot. It's in here. Oh, there it is. CiottiFPV. Got it. All right, guys. I have to. So the Patreon thing is closed. Daniel, what's your most recent? Just tell me. Don't you try to. Next Monday. You're in for next Monday. I'm actually even gonna put you on the. On my notepad. All right, cool. You're on my notepad. I am going to do Harsey because I will forget Harsey. 680 subs. Dude is gnarly. We're going to watch Way Out Winter FPV Cinematic. 3 minutes, 40 seconds. As that's happening, I'm going to pull everybody that's on Patreon. Do me a favor. Don't join the Patreon right now. Wait 5 minutes because I'm going to pull everybody out of there. And yeah, I don't want to screw it up. So here is CiottiFPV. Dude is legit. Sub to his channel. Here's his channel. Oh, look at that. La Ninja. I like that. All right, here's the link to his channel. I'm going to go over there. You're going to see me mouthing things as I try to add people to the wheels. Speaking of, where the hell are the wheels? Oh, here they are. Okay, cool. Got people, adding people, changing the scene so you guys can watch some dope stuff from Harsey. We're going to go system audio. I'll be back. Your boy's getting fast at setting these wheels up, man. That was a 3-minute 37 video, and I got it done for a change. The question is, did I screw anything up? So yeah, that's Harsey doing some really cool stuff. I dig the storytelling. I dig the B-roll. I know it's a pain in the ass to film that stuff, but when you're doing the edit, it's really fun to have that stuff. So push yourself to do it. Let's pull the wheels over and spin those sons of bitches. All right, color theme, default, wheel title, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so I'm going to try to remember to start doing this. I'm going to give you guys proof of like life on the stream and scroll through the people that are being added to it. Right, let's do that now. Okay, so first up is the $5 tier. We are doing the toothpick for that one. This is the 1 generation old toothpick, but what's cool about it is it's got the four bolt mounting platforms there. The new one's got just 2 bolts, which on certain motors is kind of angry. So yeah, this is just like 1 generation old toothpick, still amazing frame. Still got that cool center base plate, and yeah, fantastic frame. This is, if you're building the toothpick, use a toothpick frame. This is the TP3 from FPV Cycle, Kebab, Bob Rugi. Best toothpick frame that you're going to get. But more importantly, let's see what Baby Yoda sticker is going to come with it. It's going to be... There he is. Look at that. Oh, nope, that's upside down. Look at that little guy. Look at him! Would you guys just look at him? Cool. TP3 frame and Baby Yoda. Let's see who it's going to be. Here's the monitor. Here we go with full screen. Full screen still let me get at the tabs. Yeah, there you go. All right, so here's everybody. 1 page, 2 pages, 3 pages. You can just hit pause in the playback to make sure that you're on there. But I'm in a really good place with Patreon, so I shouldn't be forgetting anybody unless Patreon's screwing up. Let's apply the wheel changes, hit the goat, and see who wins this ish. Who shall it be? Will it be white? Will it be yellow? Will it be red? Who is it? It's blue. I didn't say blue, did I? Jamin Bedard, you have won, sir. I will message you on Patreon. If you remember, you can message me on Patreon. Let me know what you won, your first and last name, and your address. And I will send you a TP3 frame, a dope little Baby Yoda sticker, and some confusing other things. You guys will see what I mean when the packages start showing up. All right, next tier is $10 for 3-inch micro brushless stuff. Tonight, it's got to be one of Ron's switches. Come on, man. Everybody needs one of these. I can't even explain to you how nice it is, because I've had one for the past year as a prototype, doing some testing for Ron. I can't even tell you how nice it is to have this on your goggles. Oh my god, like when I didn't have one for a little bit, and it was awful. So yeah, micro brushless 3-inch tier is going to be the dopest of the dope Fat Shark switches, or any FPV goggle switches. And let's see what Baby Yoda switch. Yeah, well, the switch on the HDO2 sucks from what I'm told, so there you go. Oh, that's a cool one. Oh, look how evil. Who knows who the actress is? Well, who knows who that, like, nope. Who knows who that is? Did anybody, is anybody that was into MMA a while ago aware of who that is? Who the actress is? I'll give you guys a second. Because it blew my mind. Like, the whole time I was watching the show, I thought, I knew that I could recognize her. Not Jessica Bell. Nope, nope, nope. Gina Carano, there it is. IMAX got it, because IMAX watches movies all the time on huge screens. Yeah, that's Gina Carano. She, did she lose to Cyborg? I think she lost to Cyborg, but she's a badass chick. So here we go. Let's get this wheel going. Here's your guys' proof of life that you're on the wheel. Wait, no, I gotta fix this. I gotta fix this. Diameter, 1200. Apply the wheel changes. All right. Well, you can see yourselves on this wheel because there's not so many people yet. But here you go. There's one page. Boom. Second page. Now you got it. Let's see if my mom wins because she donates at this tier. What if my mom wins? Who shall it be? It shall be Papa Ciotti. My dad wins. No, Oscar Zeladon. I just shipped you something, Oscar, you bastard, you. I'm going to wait. I'm going to force you to wait for the next one. Oscar, congratulations. You get an FPV Geek Switch. I will not make you wait. I will ship this out with the other stuff because I need to be better at shipping this stuff out. Cool. The other thing, very cool 5-inch giveaway for you guys. Mini quad test bench. If you don't know what mini quad test bench is and you're into 5-inch rigs, get your ass over there. I'm just going to type it into the chat. You'll find it with Google. Mini quad test bench. That website is run by Ryan Harrell. That is a name that you should know. His FPV name is Quad McFly. If you don't know who Ryan Harrell is, you should, because Ryan is one of the most brilliant guys in this hobby. He is, just don't get arrested. He has done a ton of motor and prop and ESC testing. Very, very giving person of his time to the hobby. He is a super cool dude. Outside of that, we became friends after Quad Camp Knoxville at Joshua Bardwell's house where I met him, and he's taught me so much about how motors work, the relationship between a motor and a prop, and just all kinds of really technical stuff that is just super helpful to know as a pilot, but also has allowed me to dial in a lot of these setups better than I would have been able to. Cody R., you enter the wheel. It's closed for the night. Well, the 3 Patreon giveaways are closed for the night, but there's a $50 GetFPV gift card coming up that we're going to do via Super Chat. But the Patreon giveaways, over on my Patreon page, the link is down here somewhere. There's a $5 tier. If you're in that tier, you get entered every Monday night in a Tiny Whoop and toothpick giveaway. If you jump on the $10 tier, every Monday night, you're going to be on a 3-inch micro brushless giveaway. We're about to do the $20 tier, which is 5-inch rig giveaway every Monday night. And then there's a $30 tier if you have all of those different types of rigs and you want to be entered into 12 giveaways a month. There you go. So Ryan Harrell has gravitated towards frame design over the past year or so, and the next frame, the 5-inch tier giveaway today is going to be his first frame, which I kind of feel like might be one of his best ones. There's a lot. I got to see the prototype of this at Joshua's Quad Camp, and I just had to have one. He did so many things that I really like. So this is my personal mini quad test bench crush frame with 3 extra arms. And let me just give you guys a quick once over on this frame, because it is a really great frame, and it is a super underappreciated frame. It's sold by Heli Nation, I believe. It has no X plate, which is one of the really interesting things. And so what Ryan did, he sacrificed the X plate and he went up to 3 millimeters on the base plate. And in doing so, he made the base plate horrendously strong. And the way that he has the screws down here on the bottom plate, it's plenty strong. So you've got the front points of contact here, which jack into the second set of standoffs and the last set of standoffs. And then you've got the inner set here, and they just go to press-ins on the bottom plate. And then he did something really cool with the stack bolts. He keyholed them so that when you put the stack in here, you get a third point of contact pulling on this arm to really hold it solid. But if you need to pull the arm off, all you got to do is loosen up your stack bolt just a tiny little bit, pull this bolt out, pull this bolt down here out, and you can just pop the arm outwards. Well, no, it's this way. You'd pop the arm this way, and then the arm pops right off because of how he key holds the stack bolts, which is really, really nice. Really cool design. Great little frame. I've moved away from it mainly because I wanted to fly all the same frame, but also Brain 3D, session mount, 4 arm guards, and standoffs, hardware, all that fun stuff. Here's one of the other really cool things. He made 5-inch and 5.5-inch arms, but they're actually the same exact weight. So you can mix and match. And I did that. So basically what I have here, the regular 5-inch arms are True X. And then the 5.5-inch arms are Squished X. So he kept the arm weight the same by leaving the length of the arm the same. And all he did to clear the 5.5-inch props is swing the arm out, which cleared the point of contact, which is the front and or the rear standoff. So I actually have this in a dead cat setup. It's very slight, but what's cool about that is these front arms will clear 5.5-inch props, and they're swung back a little bit, and that gets them completely out of the view of the camera. And the extra arms that you're getting, it's 2 of one and 1 of the other. So you'll be good regardless of which one you break. You can kind of see the difference when you stack them all up. If you get it straight, there's one of them that's off a little bit from the others. It's hard as hell for me to show you guys, but take my word for it. There it is in the center. There you can see that's the odd man out, and I believe that's the swinged in arm. So yeah, really cool frame. It's designed for a 4S 1300. If you run bigger batteries, they're going to hang off the back a little bit, and it's going to be a little bit more challenging to get the center of gravity perfect. So yeah, just run it with 4S 1300s. That's the 4S battery you should be running for freestyle anyway. So yeah, let's give this thing away. Again, more importantly, let's get the Baby Yoda sticker. It's gonna be this one, and it's not Baby Yoda at all. It's all right. So you get. Here's what I'll do. I'll put this in with the Switch. Wait, no. Does the Switch sticker have Baby Yoda on it? Okay, it does. It does. Well, you know what? Not everybody's a winner. Not everybody can get Baby Yoda. You gotta get. No, I feel bad. It's gotta be a Baby Yoda sticker. Get out of here, Mando. We don't want you. Get out of here. It's this one. Oh, that's a fun one. Wait, no, it's upside down. He's in his helmet, guys. Look at him. He's hanging out in his helmet. Oh, look at that. Baby Yoda in a helmet and a dope mini quad test bench crush frame. Let me get myself focused again, and we will spin the wheel. All right, 8 seconds, 1200, apply wheel changes. Here comes your proof of life. There you guys go. I'm sure you're all on there, including my father. Let's see if my father wins. Who shall win the frame? It shall be my father. Oh no! It's Oscar. Oscar beating my father out twice in a row. I'm going to tell my dad that, and he's going to hunt you down. He actually won't, because I've tried to get him into flying a whole bunch of times, and he just has no interest, and that's fine. Congrats, Oscar. This makes me feel better about the fact that I just shipped you something. Oscar's cleaning house. I'm telling you guys, man, that $30 tier. You can get all the quads, all the stuff. Taking over this place. All right, cool. Next, we're going to do a GetFPV gift card for $50 effing dollars. What do you guys think of that? All right. This does not come with a Baby Yoda sticker because I don't have to ship anything. I just have to send you the code. Our Arcadus. I'll get you in a second. All right, so this is going to be our super chat giveaway. So let's go $5. $5 super chat gets you entered for a $50 GetFPV gift card. If you want to enter multiple times, then if you do $10, I'll put you in twice. If you do $15, I'll put you in 3 times, so on and so forth. So yeah, super chats, $5 per entry in the wheel. You can enter as many times as you'd like. While that's going on, Matthew Walsh said, I made all his 1550s sad. I guess it's good that he didn't win then. Oscar owns the... yeah, the fix is in. Oscar owns the website. All right, what do we got? Euro says, give it to somebody that needs it. What were we talking about? Oh my God, I almost threw up. Woo! Yikes. Euro, who am I giving to what? To who? In the what? Euro, is your real name Jameen? I think it is. Do you want me to re-spin it? Wait. I don't know. Euro, explain to me what you meant when you said give it to somebody who needs it. Maybe you were talking to one of the other guys. All right, cool. So we got Daniel and Parts for Brent Toys. They're trying to get the... Oh. Okay. All right, so Euro, I'm... wait, no, okay, that's fine. I'll ship you something else. Euro, still message me, and I have other... Message me, we'll talk. Kevin Durant's getting in. Fung Ho is getting in. I think I just saw... Yeah, Just for Josh is getting in twice. Tiago is getting in the door. Oh, here we go. It's filling up. I guess I should start typing. Let's type some things. All right. Let's clear this out. This was last year. Oh, Euro is Oscar. That's right. God, I have an impossible time keeping your guys' names straight. Okay. Yeah. Oscar, do me a favor. Just give me a heads up and on Patreon, and I'll swap you out. That's no sweat. Right. Let the typing begin. Who do we got first? It was Daniel, I believe. Yes, it was. Remy, and then we've got Parts for Bent. When I'm done adding people to the wheel thing here, that's when the entries stop or whatever. You guys know what I mean. You guys have been around the block once or twice. Fong is on the wheel. Just Josh is going in twice. And again, huge thanks to GetFPV. Yeah, buddies. Affiliate links for GetFPV and their little link is down in my description, a couple lines down. Do me a favor, guys. Just use them as often as you can if you want more GetFPV $50 gift certificates. Just Josh, you're in there twice. Who's next? Kevin Durant. And next, we've got Tiago. After that, we've got Mr. Bird. And then we've got Athix. Athix, I haven't seen you in a while. Where you been, man? Although I think you were there the other night. But before that, I believe I hadn't seen you in a while, man. Jimmy McCool. I couldn't think of anything clever to say. Fong's getting it on twice. He says, pick me, I never win. Well, I'm going to even do this. I'm going to put you right next to yourself because I feel like maybe that'll give you better chances. It definitely won't, but it'll look cool. All right, you guys better hurry. Griffin's in for $2. Griffin, throw 3 more on there, and I'll put you on the wheel, brother. Dogmouth, yours has not showed up. What's happening? Did it really? Dogmouth, let me double check. That's weird. All right, fine. You're on there twice. Let me go to the live dashboard thing here. I think there's a little section for the super chats. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So Nick S, Private Island, Really FPV. All right, so there was Daniel's first one. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, didn't come through, man. I can't imagine that they would have hit your card. Nick S is getting in. Dogmouth, keep trying. I'll give you another couple seconds. Hey, Griffin. All right, now I got to get you on there too. Look at that, dog. You got more time. What am I doing? Where am I at? Here we go. Okay. Griffin, going on the wheel. Who was before him? Parts for Bent? No. It was Jimmy McCool. Parts. Oh, yeah, right. I moved parts down. Okay, cool. Cool. Griffin, you're in. Nick S, you're in as well. And then we've got Mongo. Guys, better hurry. It's almost over. I'm giving Dogmouth another couple seconds to figure out Apple Touch Pay. Scary. Pay for lunch. Jesus, Cody. Hopefully it's at least a good lunch. Euro really wants me to respin the Switch. I'll do it. I will do it. I will do it. Everybody give Euro, Oscar Zeladon, a big thumbs up for being a super cool dude and having us respin it. Let's redo it. Oh, I haven't been writing these down. What is the matter with me? Jeez. Okay, hold on. Man, you guys got a bunch of extra time now. Cool. It was TP3. TP3 went to Jamin. Bedard. All right, and then we're going to respin this one. The Crush went to Euro, I believe, right? Yeah, Oscar Zella, done. And then let's respin it. I'll give you guys a little bit more time. Good looking out, Oscar. You're a man. Here we go. You guys ready? I'm going to push the button, and maybe the goat will scream. Bet you didn't expect that one. I timed it differently. Who's going to win the coolest Switch in all the land? It's going to be Darwin H. I can feel it. Nope. Chris Haley. Good on ya. Chris Haley, you got you just a Switch by the FPV Geek, Ron DeLeos, the coolest dude in the land. Congratulations, Chris. I will reach out to you on Patreon, or you reach out to me. Looks like I got your first and last name, so I just need your address and remind me what you won. But I'm going to write it down because that's the smart thing to do. J-A-S. And that is for Chris Haley. Sweet. All right. $50 GetFPV thing. Gift card. Mongo is last, and then we got LCV. Oh, not LVC. LCV. And then we've got Richard Harris, and I'm going to end it. All right, guys. This is the big one. The GetFPV. Oh, Junior Ortiz getting in last second. Oh, so close. What happened? Did I put two people on the same line? Okay. Thank you for getting into last second, Junior, because I might not have seen that error. Junior Ortiz is in, and that's it. Shutting it down officially. Anybody after this, I'll get you next week or whatever. Sorry, Dogmouth. We'll get you in next week for sure. Oh, Griffin, you're killing me. I guess I'll just keep adding them until the second that I hit the button. The problem is the delay. But I did just say no more. Okay, so no more. No more. Actually, no more this time. Griffin is the last one. That's it. Euro, what didn't let you get in? Strange. Big thanks to GetFPV. Button down here. Let's see who wins $50. 1, 2, 3. I declare a thumb war. Oh no, I guess it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Jeez. I'm old, guys. What do you want? What do you want from me? Here it comes. GetFPV $50 gift certificate. Let's get it. Should I be evil and play the GetFPV little ad roll thing as soon as this thing stops spinning? I think it's going to be Junior Ortiz. Nope, it's Griffin. Griffin got in the last second. All right, so here's the thing. Was it the last second entry that won it? It looks like it was right. I don't think it was. I think it was one of the early ones. Let's see. Oh, so the wheel. I always wondered about that. The wheel randomizes it. No, it doesn't. It was the last second one because look, it's right next to Remy. Griffin and Remy. I think, right? Yeah, it was because it's right next to Remy. That's funny. Good stuff, Griffin. See, there's the power of the multiple entries. Griffin, I will... Okay, this is what I need from you, Griffin. You need to message me at CiottiFPV on Facebook, Instagram, or Patreon. And you need to tell me that you won the $50 GetFPV gift certificate. I will then send your info over to GetFPV. They'll give me the code, and I will give you the code. If you don't do that, I might forget. I'm going to write it down, but I don't know if, with these, I don't know if you're on my Patreon. So if you're not on my Patreon, it becomes impossible for me to get in touch with you. So it's important. Get FPV $50. Griffin. Awesome. Congrats, brother. Go on a shopping spree. Get you some cool stuff. Get FPV rules! Everybody click the buttons. Do the things if you don't mind. All right. This goes over here. Baby Yoda stickers go back in the bag. And it is 11:36, which leaves us not much time for Acrobrats. Let's see how fast I can get that. Thingy in the thingy. Do I have anything else I need to cover? No. Okay, we're good. For anybody that's coming in late, the way that you get on the first 3 tiers every Monday is there's a Patreon link down here. If you're on the $5 a month tier on my Patreon, you'll get entered in the Tiny Whoop and Toothpick giveaways every Monday. If you're on the $10 tier, you'll be entered in the $3 Micro Brushless giveaways. If you're on the $20 tier, you'll get entered in the 5-inch parts giveaways every Monday. If you're on the $30 tier, you're on all of them, so you're in 12 giveaways a month. And then I always try to do 1 Super Chat giveaway, which is what we just did. There you go. That's how it works. I do that for lots of reasons. The main reason is I want to try to get you as many people onto the Patreon as possible because I spend a ton of time putting stuff up on that page, and I think there's a lot of value in the tech and the stuff that I've bought that sucks, so you don't waste your money, and various other things. So there you guys go. Congratulations, everybody. You rule. Let's do a little bit of Acrobrat work for 20-ish minutes. Let the questions continue. I'm going to move the chat window over to the right here so I can see it a little bit better from the bench. I am going to turn EOS utility off, which might fuck everything up. And it has! Hold on, guys. At least I'm not making a stupid face or anything. Come on, camera live. Come back to me. Come back to me. Yes. Okay. So, now that I have more than one camera, look what I can do. I can shrink myself down, and there's a corner that's always filled up by my crotch, and it's this corner. So I'm going to put my DSLR camera on my crotch. Yeah, I said it. And then, yeah, look at that. Look at that fancy stuff. The question is, will the Logitech focus? And just as I said it, it focused. Pull the mic over. Mauer's going to sleep. Everybody say goodnight to him. Or else. Roscoe is up to 15 subs. See that, Roscoe? Just keep your head down, man. Just keep smashing. You just gotta smash it. Smashy, smashy, smashy. All right. I am going to go as fast as I can on this V1 Acrobrat build because I think it's been in pieces for like 2 months now, and I really want to try these ducts. I haven't had the ducts for that long, but yeah. Cody R says a third cam just for the crotch. Oh boy, I am down with that. No, I'm not. I am not done with that. I will not make you guys stare at my crotch for any longer than I have to. Well, then you have to, I guess. Okay, so let's go full speed ahead. Forgive my disgusting thumb. I was picking at it today because I have a really hard time with anxiety. Man, I'm hungry as hell too. Okay, so on yesterday's stream, I got the flight controller spaced up the correct amount, and the trouble is I move shit around when I'm working on it, but I do want you guys to be able to see what I'm up to. Doing my best. The whole getting a camera pointed at your hands thing is way harder than you'd think. All right, so I am going to forego my usual unbelievable OCD and just kind of slam this together, which is very strange for me to do, but sometimes you just need to do that. And this is going to be one of those times. So this is the voltage into the run cam split. I don't have the video going anywhere because I run a separate FPV cam in here. So this just needs VBAT, I believe, which is over here. So that is long enough. I don't love Hobbywing components, but I will say their silk screening is very good. VB, there it is. VB. All right, so soldering iron is heating up. Fire away with those questions. You guys got another 20 or so minutes. I am going to make a $100 tier, actually, at some point. I can't, Rob. The camera the camera is in a. I can't just lift it up and show you. The camera is inside of a work. Well, you can see it over here. Here, you can see it here. There you go. The camera's in there. You see the little Gorilla Pod? It's in there so that I can move it to like show you guys what I'm doing. And yeah, it's not perfect, but it's the best that I've been able to figure out. I will keep trying though, and I can add some extra light with these guys. At some point I'll have a better kind of workshop set up, but I can tilt the whole thing, which will give you guys a little bit less glare, but I don't know. I was asking folks the other night if they liked it tilted, and it was a very mixed bag, so I don't know. Let me tilt it a little bit more to get the glare completely out of there, or the direct reflection, as it's actually called. All right, so let's try that. It's a game of like how to get as little hand in there as possible. Cam mount. What cam mount do I need? Do I need a cam mount? I mean, I feel like we always need cam mounts. I can't think of it. I can't think of the cam mount. Was it a... What was it for? Do you remember? Oh, I bought one and it was wrong. Yeah, what the hell did I buy? Oh, no, that was a power supply. I got the new one already. That was the power supply for the DSLR. I got that all straightened out. I appreciate it though, brother. All right, cool. So I'm just going to start railing things together here. Like I said, this is not going to be super pretty, but I should have done that a long time ago with this build because this is like the forever testing stuff build. So let's just get this knocked out. I did notice that the VBAT pad was bridged, so let's fix that first. And I made it worse. Sometimes you got to make it worse before you make it better, though. It's because there's too much solder on the tip of the soldering iron. This could have easily been prevented by Hobbywing if they just put a little bit more of a gap in between these pads. It absolutely maddens me when they put these ridiculously small little gaps. Like, the pad doesn't have to be big. The pad can be very small. Make a small pad and a big gap, guys. Come on. Get your shit together. Okay. Let's solder. Where's the VB? There's the VB. And then where's the ground? So I'm going to go VB and then skip one and then ground. All right. Let's go. I'm working from left to right so that I don't have to cross over myself, which means that I'm going to put the VBAT wire on first. Just pull this one out of here. Get it out of the way. And I am actually going to solder these from the inside of the board out, just so there's a little bit less stuff peeking out the outside, trying to get ripped off by branches and whatnot. It is a little bit of a risk to do this because there is a chance that the wires can bang into the, can vibrate just right and hit the ESC and give the gyro weird data, but I haven't seen that in a hot minute, so I'll build clean, and then if that's a problem, I'll kind of know it. Just because, I don't know, I know things. Alright, and now we're going to go ground, and I'm going to share this ground with the VTX. Well, actually, no, I'm not. I'm not going to with this because I don't really need to. Because this isn't the FPV camera. I'm going to share the ground for the FPV camera with the VTX. Because that is how you get really clean. That's one of the ways to get really clean video. And not quite enough on there. Man, I'm all jacked up from hollering and yelling. All shaky, guys. I also don't have good bone support right now. I'm not doing things properly, but that's okay. I just want to get this done. Okay, so our XSR is gonna get its power from up here, I believe. Yes, 5 volt and ground all the way off on the side. I'm gonna hook it up right on there. And then we've got S-Bus and T3. Do I want T3? Is there anything on the bottom of this board? Yeah. Or no, rather. T, because it's... no, I want... Wait, the S-Bus is... I know the S-Bus is green, and then the yellow is going to go to... Did I used to have it on T1 or T3? I'll do it on T1. It's fine. Doesn't really matter, but... why is it so separated? I spun it up all weird like. Okay. Friend is getting better at this too. Just needs to get over being afraid to break his quad. Killer B, just send him my edits for my last couple videos. I've been putting crash reels in. It'll make him feel way better. Everybody crashes. You have to be willing to smash everything in this hobby if you want to get good. Oh my god. That was probably real loud for you guys. Okay, here we go. We're going, we're going to go left to right. So we're going to go, and this is going to be yellow, green, Yellow, green, skip, red, black. All right, here we go. Try to get some actual bone support for you guys this time, so I'm not all shaky and weird. Yellow is first. Over here on T1. All right. And then we're going to go green to the S bus. All right. There's also a chance that the gyro is bad on this board. I don't think it actually is, but there is a chance. Okay, so then skip, and then it's 5 volt and ground. Okay. Man, I have not soldered with my hand shaking this much in a while. My left hand is now the hand without bone support, but I'm able to get around that by pushing the tweezers into the board, and that gives me that third point of contact, right? Like shaky, 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 push it against something and it stops shaking. So now our XSR is hooked up. Let's get our VTX back in here. I think I used to mount it like that. Yeah, that's a good mounting because then I can run the antenna up like this. So I'm gonna have to look this. No. Yellow is always video. Yeah. Yellow is always video, so I know that the green is smart audio. So let's go right over top, and the green is gonna go here on T3 because we want to transmit to the we want to transmit the smart audio signals to the VTX, and then the camera. Oh, video in is right there. It's right next door. That's why I had these all twisted up like that. Right. You got it, Roscoe. Yeah, I am not great about, once you've soldered for a while, you wouldn't believe what you can get away with in terms of like dirty solder tips, not pre-tinning, and especially like what I've also realized is these things are just going to get the absolute hell beaten out of them anyway. So I'm a lot less careful when I'm building for myself than when I'm building for anyone else, to be honest with you. Just because I know that, you know, I'm building this now, pretty much guaranteed within the next month it'll be apart again. So, that being said, if you're new to soldering, you really should be doing everything correctly. You should be fluxing, you should be cleaning your tip every time it comes out of the stand. The main reason is soldering is hard, and like if you're not doing one of these basic things, soldering is going to be a lot harder. I promise you that. So yeah, try your best to really do everything to the letter of the law, or whatever you want to say. I'm actually going to leave this one because I don't want to box in this video. Oh, wait, no, this is video out. What am I? Perfect. This is where I want it to be. Never mind. Forget I said anything. And we're going to go right here with this one. And this is a 5 volt VTX. I prefer running 5 volt VTXs on all micros because it's got another layer of separation between noise. Basically, the 5 volt Beck does some filtering, and I have found that 5 volt VTXs on micros give you a lot cleaner video to your goggles than VBAT based ones. Not a hard and fast rule, but I have for sure noticed that. The only thing I'm worried about is this is a little bit tight. Nah, it's fine. That's fine. When you twist the wires like this, if you need a little bit of extra wire, you can just untwist it, which is another really nice thing about twisting them up like this. All right, so now we're gonna go to the 5-volt and ground pads, but I'm gonna go at them from the inside again on this one, and I'm gonna run this guy under, I think. Well, the problem with running it under is it potentially adds a little bit of distance for this green to travel, so I'm gonna scratch that. Yeah, I'm gonna run it like this. This is fine. What are the pads again? Ground on the left. All right, so it's gonna be ground first, then 5-volt. There's an LED pad that I have tinned. Why the hell have I tinned the LED pad? Was I using smart serial on this, I wonder? Interesting. I'm not gonna think about it. Black then red. Here we go. Here we go. Do you guys put capacitors on 3-inch builds? Asks Nick S. I personally wait until they have noisy video. If they don't have noisy video, I don't put them in there typically because they're just hard to package. They're hard to find a space for in a lot of builds. This build, I do have one because it did have noise, but I'll make you a deal. I won't put it in. I will put it in because these motors are super, super, super gnarly, crazy banana pants. So I am going to put it in on this one, but maybe on the other Acrobrat that's using much smaller motors, maybe I'll not put it in on that one for science. All right, I should have stripped back a little bit more of the insulation on that one, but I didn't, and now I'm on to the next one, so it'll be fine. Huzzah! Nope, not good enough. Not good enough. Add a little solder. Oh boy. All right, let me get some. Yeah, there we go. That's a lot better. And the last and most important step is that you grab all these wires and give them a little tug just to make sure that they're not going to fall off in the air. Don't want to pull them too hard and rip them off, but you do want to give it a little bit of stank. I would much rather them fail here than up in the air. And here's my little capacitor setup for this guy. I am just going to drop that onto the... Is that going to reach? Did I cut this because I had a different... Son of a bastard. Well, maybe I won't be running a capacitor on this one. Yeah, I will not run a capacitor on this for science because I don't feel like extending these wires, and I'm kind of curious, to be honest with you. And this capacitor is just obliterated, so not a terrible thing. Okay. I'm instantly thinking, Nana Mama Na Mama. Martian frame, very cool and much appreciated. Mana Mana, Mana Mana, that's right. I always want it to be like Mama Mana Mana Mana. Griffin FPV, these are Emax 1606 4000s. This is going to be like a heavy lift kind of setup. And I almost didn't put the FPV camera back in it. And yeah, I can't think of what I was just going to say. And that's frustrating. Yeah, this is the one. What were we talking about? Ooh, Killer Beast talking about the Newbie Drone DVR board. Motors, yeah. I don't know. I lost my train of thought. It's gone. Heavy lift, Acrobrat, I think I was maybe saying with the ducks. The ducks are going to be heavy, so I'm running big old motors. Killer Bees, thinking of using the NewBee DVR board for onboard DVR in the new 5-inch build, mostly because it's tiny. What are your thoughts on the actual board? I haven't read about it. I haven't used it. NewBee makes really good stuff. So, I mean, it's kind of like... I can't imagine it's not going to be good. Their stuff is more expensive because it's better, period. Like, absolutely no questions asked. Their stuff rules. This is not the right one. I have another one of these somewhere that I saved. My computer just said it's 12 o'clock. And that means that I need to go really fast because I want to get this done. But we made good headway. I forced myself to do things quickly, which is almost impossible for me. What is this? Is this the one? Where'd the goddamn camera go? No. Oh. These are all the wrong ones. That's right. This takes the bigger JST/Molex/ whatever the hell these plugs are called. Okay. So it's not in this box. It's in this box. Roscoe, what should you have realized? Yes, these are the motors with the 3mm shafts. Yes. Y-E-S. All right, where is that cable that I used last time that has everything cut to the correct length? That is not quite it. That one is close, though. It's going to have a very long black and yellow wire. Or I can just make a new one, but I try to save these damn things. I mean, hell, I could have put it in another build for all I know. I should have kept that one out. These look like they're all fresh. That's not it either. That is almost it, but not quite. Ooh, is this it down here? Nope. The black is too short. I must have used it in another build, or I just cut it down for this build. But let's just make sure. Well, that's an interesting one. Yeah, that's not the one. Okay, so I'm gonna make a new one. That's fine. And I will make it from this one. Why on earth don't you just make your own harnesses, says Timon, because I have these. And I like to save the harness making kit that I have. So here's the annoying thing about the harness making kit is, oh, did I just mix these in? God damn it. Oh, good, I got them. Okay, good. Yeah, the harness making kit only has like one of each thing, kinda. So it's the harness kit doesn't last long because a lot of these things share the same plug types, plug headers, stuff like that. So if you just keep every single one of these that you ever get, eventually you'll find one that's exactly right, and you don't have to cut down the whoozy what's it's. You don't have to not cut down. You don't have to open up the little latches that always break and cause you to fall out of the sky. Mainly, though, it's just that I've hoarded them, so I'll be goddamned if I'm not going to use them. You know what I'm saying? All right, so this camera is going to be up here. Let's do a quick dry fit. That camera is going to be there. And so the red can drop right around here because I'm just going to piggyback that off of the 5-volt pad in the front. Nah, you know what? I'll use this 5-volt pad. That'll be fine. That'll be totally fine. Okay, so I want to come up and over, and I'm going to leave a little bit of extra slack. Yeah, that should be about right. Good enough. As long as you're not cutting it too short, all is well. Let me just make sure that this is the right plug for this camera. I know that it is, but shit like that is good to always practice. Sure enough, it's the right one. V background menu. Yeah, I don't care about this. Okay, cool. So let's strip, tin, solder this down, and I will reassemble this as fast as possible. And then I will go try to relax on the couch. Timon, thank you for the $5, man. Very, very cool of you. If you guys don't know, for anybody that's new, all the money from the super chats and the affiliate links and all this good stuff goes towards buying the giveaway stuff and buying stuff to test. Up until this point, it's pretty much all gone towards the giveaway stuff because I got a little carried away with that. But moving forward, I'm going to push it towards stuff for testing. So we can like head-to-head different sets of motors and just, you know, for science kind of stuff. So that'll be fun. And maybe at some point, companies will start sending me some free stuff. There have been a couple folks who have like tagged like Emacs in posts and been like, hey, Emacs, you should send one of these Tiny Hawk 2s to CiottiFPV for testing. And, well, nobody's done it with Emacs yet that I know of. Somebody did it with BetafPV, and they actually reached out to me. They haven't gotten back to me since they reached out to me, so I hope somebody maybe does it again. But, yeah, that would be cool to get some stuff, because then I could test it and do more giveaways. Or maybe someday, I won't have to buy stuff for the giveaways, but I'm sure I still will because it's just fun, and I want to buy new stuff and interesting stuff. Although I guess that's what a lot of the testers get, is the new and interesting stuff. Maybe I can do a secret patron-only giveaway for something that's unreleased. That would be an awful idea. But, you know, if you don't get caught, if you don't get caught, it's not illegal. Oh, nice, Timon. Thanks, brother. I worked for a web marketing company when I lived up in New Jersey called Webemax. We did, this was back in the days of the last Google update when I was there was Penguin 2. Penguin 2.0, I believe it was. Are these motors smooth for the Acrobrat? These motors are not smooth, but the RPM filtering is so good that they work totally fine, and the footage is perfectly smooth even out of a run cam split, which is one of the more impressive things I've ever seen in this hobby. I can't believe that the RPM filtering was that good. I had a feeling it was going to be good, but I'm still to this day kind of blown away that these motors are full-blown unflyable and like the jello was just brutal, and then with the RPM filtering, they're very flyable and they fly amazing, and they're currently my favorite Acrobrat motors. They're not perfect, but they're the best that we've got, in my opinion, at the moment. But yeah, I worked at a cool little company called Webemax in New Jersey, and that I was kind of a jackass with that job. I didn't realize how good I had it. I didn't realize how much I didn't realize how much I liked SEO and web marketing and SMO when I was there. I will say, though, that they didn't pay well. That was the big thing that pissed me off about that company, is that they paid really shitty. But yeah, I would love to get back into that world. I would love to be and I was a project. My career is as a project manager, and that's what I did there. I would love to get back into that world as a PM again. It was really, I have a good understanding of it, and like, you know, I'm in a generation that understands the internet, just barely, but, you know. Okay, now things are going off the rails. I need to slow down and do this correctly because I'm taking stupid shortcuts and making stupid little mistakes. So let's get this off of here and clean up that pad, clean up the VBAT pad, clean up the 5-volt pad. There we go. Okay, so 5-volt is going to the camera, and that's coming in right here. So let's move this VBAT wire out of the way. I'm going to grab the 5-volt, and there we go. Just as I say that I need to slow down and do things the right way, I put a dry soldering iron tip down on a wire. There we go. Okay. And of course, this stupid fucking pad tries to connect. Because why wouldn't it? So what happens, Larry? Do you see what happens, Larry? Who can finish that? Who can finish that quote up? Put it in the chat, Larry's. VBAT. Going to the split. And of course it connects to the video out right next to it. Why wouldn't it? The pads have 1/100th of a millimeter of gap in between them. Yep. Nope, 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 nope. Come on. Don't be a jerk. There we go. Yeah, that's the ticket. Okay. I've also been working on this straight front to back like a doofus. Always move the work to you. In a situation like this where the pads are super small, I want to make sure that my soldering iron is coming in straight to minimize the surface area that touches. There we go. Good enough. Roscoe says you're an 80s model. Yeah, 81. 1980 Vaughn. Matthew DeHarsh got it. Do you see what happens, Matthew DeHarsh? Do you see what happens when you do something to a stranger's butt? Mongo says FAA NPR N-plug. Please comment, everyone. Yes, 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 yes. Everybody do all the things. Don't wait. Iron is 750-ish, although that's probably not right. It's all the way up and then down a little bit, which is what I do for these tiny little pads, just to cut them a little bit of a break. All right, cool. So there it is. We're going to fart. I need a... All right, it's 12:15. I'm going to bail because I need to get sleep because I'm not doing great at my day job. And I'm all jacked up. I always get all jacked up from these, which is a good thing. I want to be energetic for you guys. But I need to hang on the couch and just relax a little bit or I'll never be able to go to sleep. Is there anything else that I wanted to show you guys? I always like to try to hook you late night folks up with some secret shit. Oh, yeah. I'll give you guys something. I got something for you guys. Twin Quad Frames sent me a couple of cool things. This is their 2.5-inch rig, And this is interesting because, so this is an example of when the carbon is not going in the right direction on the arms. And because of that, it is very, very flexible. See all that flex? This carbon is thicker than this carbon, but this carbon has the arms, the carbon going in the right directions. And I assume you guys can maybe hopefully see the difference. Huge difference, huge difference. I mentioned that to them, and he said that this is quasi-carbon, quasi-isotropic carbon. They run the layers up and left and diagonal as well. I don't know about that. I think this would be stronger if it were quasi, but that's okay. Cool little 2.5-inch frame. I don't really know what to do with it. I might just hang on to it because I don't necessarily want to send it out to you guys with the floppy arms. Much more exciting than that is this guy. This is their Ripsaw. This is what Ryden 951 flies. He is a fantastic pilot, and this is a really interesting little frame. They did some really cool things on this frame that I'm really digging, but my God, is it a small frame. This would be very hard to put much of a battery on, but really cool frame. This is going to be a giveaway. This is going to be a Twin Quad Frames sponsored giveaway, so stay tuned for this guy. I'm very interested by it. I just want to poke around with it a little bit more. Really strong. It's 120 grams all up, but my God, is this frame strong. I think this is the strongest frame arm to arm that I've ever felt. And whenever anybody hands me a build, a lot of times they're horrified by my doing this, but I'll always do this test. Like, this is always my test for rigidity. And it's just grabbing the farthest out points and putting your thumbs in the innermost points and just giving it some bend. Yeah, 5-inch. This is I'm impressed by this. I'm tempted to build it and fly it, but I can already tell that I'm going to run into issues. Well, okay, never mind. So it's set up for toilet tank. I forgot to mention that. See the slots back there? So it's set up for toilet tank, which I'm never going to do because it makes it very hard to center the battery. Well, it's pretty much impossible to perfectly center the battery. And then it's also very hard to get sometimes impossible to get a second battery strap, so when you crash, the battery just goes flying. But for somebody that likes toilet tank, this is a hell of a frame. And there's a lot of things that really impress me about it. So yeah, Twin Quad Frames making cool stuff, and it is a squished X. Yep, for sure. It's actually it's a very squished X, but that's to keep, because the nose is so short, they had to do that to keep the props out of the GoPro view. So there you guys go. Late night heads. You guys got some super secret sneak peeks into what's coming in the future. Yeah, you guys rule. My name is Aaron Ciotti. You can call me a jerk. I always have a hard time ending streams. I gotta come up with a good flow to my stream ends. I'm gonna do a random stream this week, and I'm gonna try to do a bunch of building this week. So stay tuned for that. Hit the little bell thing. That makes it easier for you to catch the rando streams. Hop over to Patreon and do the thing over there. Lots of good stuff. And I will see you guys at an unknown day and time. Drive fast. Take chances. I'm out of here. Be good, everybody.